Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Visit Lauderdale's live virtual site tour series featuring the Broward County Convention Center in Fort Lauderdale. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties beyond our control, we are unable to feature the diplomat this morning. My name is Agnes Zaransky, and I'm the Regional Sales Executive for the Northeast. Joining me today is Executive Vice President of Group Sales, Ed Simon, along with my colleagues, Jennifer Senna, Heather Miller, and Liz Cara. We will provide you with a destination update as well as an update regarding our Broward County Convention Center expansion. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today and bearing with us with this last minute change. But as Agnes mentioned, there are some great things about our destination that we did want to take some time to share with you. And the first and foremost is we're open. We are open for business. We're open for visitors. We're open for meetings. Our restaurants, our hotels, our special venues are all open while observing CDC guidelines, but are allowed to fill up to 100% capacity, provided they can continue to maintain that space, ensure people are wearing masks, instill proper cleaning, etc. So we are open and we are seeing visitors come. We are seeing small meetings come to us, and we're certainly looking forward to welcoming even more. That being said, I will tell you that our destination has engaged in and participates in our Visit Lauderdale Safe and Clean Pledge, which requires our community to abide by the CDC guidelines, make sure that all proper protocols, sanitation protocols are in place to ensure a safe, clean, and still effective business meeting. So we look forward to welcoming you here. As I mentioned, we are open for business. Just last week, in fact, we hosted the 61st annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. This event traditionally brings us about 100,000 visitors over a 4 to 5 day period here in Fort Lauderdale. This year, we're still waiting on the final numbers, but it looked like we had about 25 to 30,000 people still here over the course of those days. It was all outside and had enhanced safe and clean components added to it. And knock on wood, as of now, we had no COVID issues, and we proved to the world and to ourselves that we can host these safe and clean meetings. So I'm going to turn this back over to Agnes now, and look forward to speaking with you at the end of this. But once again, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Ed, for that great update. Really appreciate that. I wanted to share with you today, as you can see on this map, the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport is conveniently located to the Broward County Convention Center, downtown Fort Lauderdale, as well as the Las Olas Boulevard and the Arts and Entertainment District, and of course, our popular Fort Lauderdale Beach. With easy access to the airport, we are truly the heart of South Florida. People from over 100 countries speaking more than 40 languages call our county home. And they are our welcoming committee into distinctive neighborhoods that are alive with culture, flavors, and activities. Fort Lauderdale International Airport is our major airport and a popular low-cost carrier destination. And this is the most convenient airport to Fort Lauderdale while offering nonstop flights to over 100 US and international cities. Currently, the airport is open for business, as Ed had mentioned, and flights are operating. However, airlines have adjusted their schedules. So for flight updates or cancellations, travelers are being advised to contact their specific carriers. Spirit Airlines maintains a hub here. JetBlue, Southwest Airlines, Delta, as well as United all have substantial operations here as well. And I also wanted to mention that just 25 miles south of us is the Miami International Airport, as well as Palm Beach International Airport to our north for additional accessibility. With over 14,000 group rooms available, Greater Fort Lauderdale has the perfect hotel for your meeting, conference, or convention. Explore our beautiful meeting hotels for a variety of rooms and spaces, perfect for any size group. Want to plan a meeting that's both productive and fun for all those who attend? Greater Fort Lauderdale has the right spaces to customize to your needs, from the Convention Center District and the Florida Green Lodging to various meeting hotels situated in a vibrant beach and cultural destination. When you meet in Greater Fort Lauderdale, you'll do more than meet your goals. You'll make an impact on your attendees. Please allow our team to give your group a fully immersive experience that takes your meeting to new heights. And don't forget, always copy your CVB partners on future RFPs. We will get involved as needed and be a resource to you to help you navigate the sea of hotels and off-site venue options and various local group activities. Fort Lauderdale is also known for our 3,000 hours of sunshine a year. And you're probably wondering, what does that mean? Well, we have a subtropical rainforest climate, which means daytime temperatures are usually in the high 80s or low 90s. Nights are around 77 degrees. November through April months typically feature sunny, dry, warm weather with highs in the middle 70s and low 60s. And I hope Ed could acclaim to that to make sure that is correct. The warm tropical climate of Fort Lauderdale gives the city a 12-month beach season. Now is the perfect time of year to be in Fort Lauderdale. And with that, I turn it over to my partner in crime, who also handles the Northeast with me, Regional Sales Executive, Jennifer Senna.
Thank you, Agnes. Boy, do I wish I was on that beach today. So we do have 23 miles of beach in Broward County. It stretches from Dealford Beach down to Hollandale Beach. And it's just a great location to have on-site events that could be on the beach. You could do Olympics or, hire a outside company to get the permits that you need to be on the beach. But what's also great is that a few of our hotels do have their own private beach. So that's something to consider. And then the other thing that you could do is maybe charter a yacht. And yes, you could go to the next slide. You can charter a yacht, and it's a great way to get from freshwater activities on the Everglades out to saltwater fishing, deep dive fishing. You could actually, like I said, charter your yacht on the evening and watch the sunset. So again, there's a lot of beach activities that you could do when you're in Fort Lauderdale. Who I'm going to introduce you to next is Heather Miller with our Midwest team.
With over 300 miles of navigable waterways, Greater Fort Lauderdale is known as the Venice of America. And while we are known for our stunning beaches, I really think it's the Intracoastal Waterway that sets us apart. It's so unique to enjoy a water taxi cruise, exploring the celebrity mansions and the mega yachts, or just take the water taxi to get to your next dining location or shopping destination. It's a fun and educational way to get around the area. And the water taxi also hits our Los Olas Boulevard, which I'll tell you about next. It's one of our many unique neighborhoods. It is the heart of our arts and entertainment district. It offers a variety of things to do, such as concerts, unique galleries, boutique shopping, and interesting cuisine with a lot of outdoor dining. It's a really quaint area and a great place to take a stroll and discover what it has to offer. I would like to introduce you to Liz Kara. Liz and I partner together to promote our beautiful destination to Midwest clients and show them why we are an ideal location for their next meeting. Liz?
Thank you, Heather. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to talk a little bit about Hollywood Beach Broadwalk. This is one of my favorite areas in our destination, and it's a one-of-a-kind oceanfront pedestrian promenade. It's about 2 miles full of beautiful beach views. Attendees can discover restaurants, shops, and different bike rentals. I'd also like to talk about the Everglades. Greater Fort Lauderdale is actually the gateway to the Everglades, which is 1.5 million acres of wetlands. Another fun way to spend an afternoon in this adventurous destination. Back to you, Agnes.
So as Heather mentioned earlier, Fort Lauderdale is known as the Venice of Americas because of its many beautiful waterways. One of the best ways to explore our city is from the water. The water taxi is more than just a boat ride. It is one of the best ways to explore our city, and the water taxi offers captains and crews that are well-versed on the city and the many attractions that can be viewed from the water. As such, they provide a narrated excursion that includes historical information as well as fun and interesting information about the many mansions and mega yachts that line the waterways. What I also wanted to highlight today is that the water taxi is equipped with larger boats that provide private charters for your groups, both big and small, that may be looking to get out and enjoy the South Florida waterways. It's definitely a fun option to consider for your future programs. And now I bring it back to Ed Simon, who will provide us an update regarding the Port Everglades and the expansion project at the Broward County Convention Center. Ed, take it away.
Thank you, Agnes. I appreciate that and enjoyed the update of all the fun stuff. I'm going to share with you in a moment some very exciting thing about when it's time to get down to work, and that is our new convention center. Before I do, you notice on the screen the slide about Port Everglades. It's one of the 3 busiest cruise ports in America, in the world for that matter. Here in America, we vie between number 2 and number 3. But the reason this is important for you is our cruise port is right next door to our convention center footprint. It allows opportunities for pre and post cruises, as well as land-sea meetings where you can conduct part of the meeting here and without any transportation, walk onto a cruise ship and continue the meeting for the next couple days at sea. The convention center, if we forward the slide here, this is what we've been talking about for many, many years, more so in the last couple of years, and that's the expansion to the Broward County Convention Center, located in the heart of Fort Lauderdale on 17th Street. What you see before you is the rendering of the finished product that we anticipate being done in 2024. I will tell you that we began the construction, the expansion in construction that I'll get into in a minute, just at the beginning of the COVID pandemic. So we were fortunate enough to already shut down the building, and therefore construction continues today as it has throughout the pandemic, and we will be ready to open up phase 1 next October in time for the 62nd annual Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, the dates of which are the middle part of October. The finished product in 2024, as you can see on that slide, will have over 1.2 million square feet of space, including our 350,000 square feet of contiguous exhibit space. In front of the building, you'll see a plaza, which we'll look at more closely in a couple slides, but that plaza itself will lend itself to both public use, outdoor dining, as well as private group functions. And what you cannot see on the bottom of the slide, or perhaps, is a new amphitheater we're putting in on the point of the water there, also for group use as well as public use. Next slide, please, Agnes. The next couple slides will just be a few pictures of renderings of what we expect. This photo here is the inside of our convention center. The first one being the public space. This one here is the new ballroom, which is slated to be about 65,000 square feet on the upper floor of our building, with the natural light in the back overlooking the intercoastal waterway. This will be one of 5 ballrooms when the convention center is completed, ranging in size from 11,000 to 65,000 square feet. Every one of those ballrooms comes with its own cluster of breakouts. So our convention center, when it's all complete, will be able to give a group 1.2 million square feet of space, or give 5 groups of varying sizes meeting space to meet, to feed, and to exhibit without having to cross paths of other groups in-house. So it was very well thought out. We're very excited about it. Next slide, please. This here is the exhibit hall. This is part of phase 1. This too is a rendering. For those of you on the phone that have been in our convention center in the past, you know that our exhibit hall is on the first floor of our existing building, which will now be termed the East Building. This hall was 200,000 square feet. We've blown up the one wall and we've expanded westward. And when completed this coming October, less than a year from now, this will offer 350,000 square feet with full access from 20 plus loading docks out the back, freight elevators, and will 28-foot ceilings, I believe, something unbelievable. Next slide, please. This is the front of our footprint. What you see here is the new headquarter hotel, which is part of the final expansion opening in 2024. That is the tower there. We anticipate that being about 800 rooms. And while the details haven't been finalized, it's public knowledge that we are working out a contract with Omni to be our headquarter hotel operator. In front of that tall building of the hotel there, you will see the roof of the building in front. This is the pool deck for the hotel, as well as a food and beverage operation up there. Below that, so in addition to the 1.2 million square feet of space at the convention center, which will be connected by indoor walkways, the hotel itself will have another 75,000 square feet available to groups in our convention center. On the bottom floor of that building you see there is the hotel public lobby area and restaurant that will feature indoor and outdoor dining. And the last thing about this picture is this is taken from 17th Street. So those of you that are familiar with our current footprint, this is the driveway just prior to the bridge on 17th Street. Next slide, please. Just another view, another angle. Again, very sleek design, lots of glass. I did omit from the last slide, on the top of that tower of the restaurant, of the hotel, will be a rooftop bar, rooftop restaurant. That will be views of the ocean, views of the airport, views of the intercoastal, and potentially on a clear day, views of the western parts of our county. Next slide. This is the plaza I alluded to earlier. This is a new rendering, and I was sharing with our team earlier today that this is new even to me, but this kind of gives an idea of what we're looking at. We will have landscaped walkways, manicured lawns, both for group use as well as for the public to stroll through. I mentioned the amphitheater. We'll have anywhere from 2 to 3 restaurants included on this plaza, over and above the restaurants inside the Omni Hotel and the food service inside our convention center. On one side of this plot that you're looking at here is the intercoastal waterway, the convention center itself, and the final side will be that entrance from 17th Street that you saw on the previous slide. Another view of the plaza, this one shows, if you look straight ahead down the middle, that is our existing building, the one that is being expanded as we speak. The building to our left is the eastward expansion that's part of phases 2 and 3. That's the part that'll be done in 2024. Again, the part straight ahead with the little point in the center opens up less than a year from now. The part to my left and the hotel, or the part to the left of the picture and the hotel, will both open in 2024. The building on the left, as you can see, is 3 floors. This is the one that will have the 65,000 square foot ballroom on the top floor. And as you can see, the entire building is lined with wall to ceiling windows, offering views from our pre-function, from our ballroom, and from all public spaces. Just another view. This one would be looking out from the, I'm guessing, the 2nd or 3rd floor from our existing building. That building to the right, again, is the eastward expansion that will be added. And it's another view of the plaza. If you can kind of make it out at the end of that plaza behind the trees, that you can see the intercoastal waterway right there. I will tell you, I mentioned the cruise port. If you were to walk down that sidewalk that you see in that picture to the end and hit the intercoastal, turn right and go maybe 200 yards, you will run into one of the many cruise ships we have docked at our port. And that's the whole entire footprint from an aerial view. For those of you familiar with our destination, this is taken from a view up on the 17th Street causeway, the bridge that goes over the intercoastal. Again, in the lower, so therefore in the lower left corner is where the intercoastal will be. This rendering is a little older and not as detailed. You just saw the one that shows the plaza a little bit better. But this one shows where everything lines up. The hotel, connected again to the east building, which is the one cutting across the middle. I'm sorry, the west building cutting across the middle, and then the east to the left. And then this is the most important slide. This is our group of sales professionals deployed around the country in our group space. We have a similar team out there in the leisure space and the sports space and a couple others, but this is our meetings and convention team of whom I'm extremely proud to work with. Several of them are on the phone today. I know several of you on the phone have met these individuals, but I encourage you, if you have not, reach out to the one in your region, as they will have the latest information on all our COVID updates, all our precautions that we're taking, as well as our convention center expansion, which I cannot stress enough, continues through this pandemic. And with that, back to you, Agnes.
Thank you, Ed, for sharing that fantastic update regarding our expansion project. We're really excited to be able to sell it, and we can't wait for additional updates in the future. You may think that you may know us, but when you travel here, you'll find yourself in a cultural hub of South Florida where everything is easily accessible. Individual neighborhoods to explore, skyrocketing foodie, art life, music, craft beer scenes, a vibrant downtown interlaced with waterways where tree-lined streets with shops and sidewalk cafes give way to museums, high rises, and rooftop bars. Days out and about, nights on the town. This is the local way of life that welcomes one and all. So come, refresh and recharge. When you're ready, try something new or simply get away from it all. This is Greater Fort Lauderdale, where everyone comes together under the sun. A special thank you to our Executive Vice President, Ed Simon, Regional Sales Executives, Jennifer Senna, Heather Miller, and Liz Cara for co-hosting with me today. And thank you to all of our participants on the call for taking the time to learn a little bit more about our great destination. I invite all of you to join us again on Wednesday, November 18th at 11 a.m. as we discover together the Fort Lauderdale Marriott Pompano Beach Resort and Spa. As we say it in Polish, do widzenia. Until next time, stay safe and be well. This concludes our live presentation today. Please enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Have a great day.